Hello there, people of the world, and welcome to today's episode of Coffee Chats with Jax. If you guys have been watching my videos lately, you've noticed that there has been a little bit of an emotional roller coaster going on in my world. My world kind of flipped upside down at the beginning of January. Everything that I kind of thought I had and trusted, and everything kind of turned around on me really quickly this year, and I learned a lot. It was in pretty dark spots, and I was really upset, and I was really mad, and I was really confused and sad, sometimes happy for a second, and then was pissed off again. I think I'm at this place right now where I'm really learning how to forgive, and I'm really learning the concept of grace. And grace is something that I've always had a hard time with, that I actually recently learned a lot about how I experienced grace when I came clean about things that I've done wrong in life, and just really experiencing that honest, true, genuine forgiveness. And it was really special, actually, because there was one person specifically that I was so scared to tell and to come clean about this to, and this one person's forgiveness was going to dictate whether or not I felt free of this sin. And I was carrying so much shame all year. When I brought it to the light and I expressed it to this person, I received the free gift of grace that this person extended to me, just like the free gift of grace that Jesus extends to us through every single thing that we do in this world. When I received that, all of a sudden the shame went away, the guilt went away, everything was better and fine, and it didn't matter who knew, it didn't matter who judged me, who thought anything of me, because I had the grace from this one person that I was scared to tell. And that's when I realized that, hey, guess what? That's life with Jesus. That person was a perfect demonstration of Jesus' grace to us, and it was really amazing. And so you guys, I was really happy and full of life about experiencing that, but at the same time sitting here holding a grudge, just building up bitterness about these people that have wronged me in this process. And I was mad, and I think that when we're wronged and we're are justified to be angry, it makes sense. I don't blame you for being mad, I don't blame me for being mad, but you guys, there comes a point in that anger when it gets to be unhealthy. When you're mad at somebody and you're holding on to what they're doing, and you're withholding forgiveness, you're letting that person control your life. You want to get rid of that person, but every conversation you have is just bashing that person and mad and upset, and just they take your thoughts. In the morning during my Jesus time, I couldn't even really be there for my Jesus time because I was mad. I would start journaling. I was just journaling about what I was mad about, and that's so unhealthy. It totally makes sense to need time, to need to take time, and to need to process and feel your emotions. That's so healthy, you guys. But when it starts to grow into this bitterness inside your heart, that's what begins to control us, and that's what keeps us down in the dumps. And I realized that, who am I to hold on to this bitterness and this grudge on these people that wronged me, when I have the free gift of grace by Jesus and by the people that I've wronged here in the world? I have that grace so that I can extend that grace to other people. When people wrong us, we have to move forward. We have to forgive them, because we have the gift of forgiveness for ourselves, so we are nobody to withhold that from anyone else. And I know the hardest thing is when you are so justified. I know that there's so many people out there, you guys, you have been hurt and you are justified to be mad. I've read some of your stories that you've emailed me, guys. I don't blame you. I'm mad for you and mad with you. But we have to forgive. We have to have grace. That's the only way to set ourselves free. Being mad at someone isn't actually doing anything to them. It's not hurting them. It's only hurting yourself. It's only hurting me to sit there and be bitter. Choosing to forgive, whether we have to make it a choice every single day, if we have to wake up and actively ask God to help us forgive this person, we have to actively wake up and be I forgive this person. I let them go. Even if it's a daily thing, that is the only thing that will bring you peace in your heart. And that's what I want. We want peace. We don't want to be mad. Being mad is not fun. So there has to be a time when we step forward and move forward with our lives. The only way to really see that in people and to really love people, because we have to love those that do us wrong, and that's hard. That is so hard, you guys. That is a choice. Love is a choice, and I'm working on it. But the only way to do that is to focus on Jesus. Focus on the one that loves us unconditionally. He loved us first. He's the reason we can love him. Once we come to a place where we've been able to process our emotions and work through it and talk it out and find out what the lies are and what the truth is, and just we have our time to grieve and be upset, then the next step is to move forward. But we can't move forward holding on to this bitterness. In Ephesians 4, Paul tells us to get rid of all bitterness, anger, rage, evil thoughts, anything like that. It's only going to hold us captive, and that's not where we need to be. We can't hold on to that because it's only going to keep us down. Yes, there are some terrible people in the world. We do some terrible things sometimes, but if we hold on to that, we are only hurting ourselves. So we have to step forward and move on. We have to forgive that person. We got to let go. I know that journey is hard, and I get it, and I am right there with you, and I'll be mad with you, and I will move forward with you because we're in this together, you guys. So if you want to continue this conversation, please go check out my Patreon page. There's going to be a link in the comment section below, and there's also going to be a link in the ending slate that's about to come up. That's where I'm going to be to answer your guys' questions and stand along beside you through this process and this journey, because it is not easy. Okay guys, I love you, and I will see you next time. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode of Coffee Chats with Jax. I hope that you enjoyed what we had to say and you can relate in some kind of way. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, we are going to be continuing this conversation over on my Patreon page, which you can get to by clicking in the link in the description box below, or you can click on that box that says Patreon right there. That is where I want to walk alongside you and just hear your stories and hear you out, because forgiveness and grace is hard. It is really hard, and so I want to work on this together, you guys. We can help each other out. That's where those conversations will take place, and that's where we're just being a family, and you can find out what I'm doing to get more involved. Also, before I go, I want to give a shout out to Antonio G, whose channel is Lord Coyote 2000. This guy is a new patron that I have, and I am so appreciative of what he is doing to support our family. If you guys want to find out more about that, click on Patreon on the side or in the description box below, and I will see you next time. Okay, love you.